I think what I want to do for the next 10 minutes is talk to you a little bit about the things that are the fine print of coming to university. So especially if you are a future student, a student of 2020, I would like you to perk up your ears for a second and see what I say. So I want to add my voice firstly, and add my voice of congratulations. To be here tonight is something really special. You will see we didn't even fill the whole auditorium with people that we invited. At UJ we take 10,000 first years. So that means we fill this auditorium 10 times over with the number of first years we take. And you are not even filling it once because you're part of a very special group. And that's something to be proud of. And I'll say something more about that in a second. And I want to add my voice to that. So I want to be sure that you hear me say, well done. But I don't want to stop there. And that's why the but is in the end. Because in my experience, I studied here. I almost failed my first year. And I've now been working here for 15 years. I basically only see students arrive at this university in two ways. So I'm going to show you two video clips that signify the way I see students land. And I want to say something about each of these clips. They're going to start immediately when I click. So please make sure you're watching. Okay, so the first way I see students arrive at this university looks something like this. Right. Now, if you're kind of like Analelu, you've never flown before, you might not know, but that's not the way an aeroplane's supposed to land, right? Okay? If you were in that plane, you were very happy that you were alive, but you were also probably praying whether you're religious or not, okay? Because that was a really scary experience, but everybody's alive, and they would be able to go about their business after having checked themselves for some whiplash, okay? That's the one way I see people arriving at university. The other way I see them arriving, and I actually need to narrate this while the video plays, so excuse me if I speak while the video is playing. Let's just get it to play. Okay, I was the best in my school. I did have all those little things coming down my blazer. I know what I'm doing. You can trust me with this. I know what I'm doing. And then when the landing has to be made, things go horribly wrong. As I said, you didn't think they were going to ask me to speak at an orange carpet event, did you? If you weren't, you heard the psychiat. When you speak from psychiat, she said, oh, you're a bit anxious, and you said yes, but you weren't quite convinced. Honestly, ladies and gents, the way I see people arriving at university is usually signified by one of those two videos. It's either a tough landing that you make because you put in all the right efforts and you do all the right things and you might even have a bit of luck because it's tough. Coming to university is really, really difficult. And I think one of the most dangerous things you can do is approach this in an overconfident way. Yes, have a quiet confidence. That's a good thing. But I don't think you realize what you're getting yourself into. And it's wonderful, but it's also difficult. And I think it's very important for you to realize that. So, this is an American cartoon. I'm not sure if you can read it, but right there at the bottom it says primary school. Then it says high school, and then it says university. You will see some people in Batman suits leaning down, they're not the superheroes in this instance, they're the professors, right? Trying to reach down to the students down below. Which tells you that coming to university is a tough thing, doesn't matter where you go in the world, but it's definitely difficult in South Africa, and I'll illustrate that to you in a minute. So what is this all about? What's the deal? And I want to use a sport metaphor to illustrate what you're going to experience when you go to university. Hopefully all of you will be coming to UJ, but some of you might not. And let me tell you, ladies and gents, I don't really mind where you're going in the end, although I want you to come here. I think it's important to realize it doesn't matter where you go. If you go and study after school, what I'm going to say next will be true. Right. So, if you're at school, you might actually make the school's first team in your chosen sport, whatever that may be, right? You walk around school, everybody recognizes you, you had a good game on Saturday, everybody speaks about you, you are really, let's call it in inverted commas, famous, right? If you're good enough at school, you might actually make it one step up to a provincial or a club level. You might go and compete there. Now quickly imagine being selected from your school's first team for your favorite sport to walk into the dressing room of your favorite club or your favorite provincial team. You walk in there, you haven't got your kit yet, right? So you're walking in there with your little school kit bag, and you come walking into this dressing room of all the people you've seen on television who are your heroes. Walking into that room, you were selected based on your potential and some past experiences and past performances. But in that dressing room, you are the least experienced, the least fit, the least proven track record at this level. You are right at the bottom. And everybody in that room will look at you and think, this is going to be interesting. Okay? Now, quickly imagine that you actually do well at provincial level or at club level, and you get selected for one of our national teams. Now you walk into the national team dressing room with your little club kit bag, right? Guess what? Once again, in this room, you are the least fit, the least skilled, the least experienced of anybody in that room. Your heroes are there, and you take a look at them and you say, gulp, right? And you hope directly from your school team. So if you want to imagine this, you're skipping a step, you're not going anywhere else first, you're going directly from your school team into the national team. Quickly imagine the gap in terms of skills, in terms of experience, in terms of everything that you need to cope at that level. We are not saying that you can't make it or you won't make it, but we are warning you that this is a much bigger step than you think. So I think it's crucial for you to ask yourself, how badly do you want this? And I'm speaking to the matrics, the grade 12s especially. If your parents want this qualification, I want to facetiously say, let them come and study. No, I'm kidding, right? I'm kidding. Please don't send your parents. We don't want them. What I do want to say to you is, grade 12s, you better go and sit down and make sure in your own mind that you want this. This is a much steeper hill than you think. It's a wonderful hill to climb, but you must want this badly enough because it's tougher than anything that you've ever done before. When you come to university, you will be making the national team for academics. That's what it is. And I'll illustrate that to you in a minute from now on. But I can promise you, in absolutely every respect that matters, it is worth your while. So when I'm telling you how difficult it is, I'm also telling you this difficult thing is worth every second that you're going to spend on it and every bit of effort. Okay? And I could illustrate that, but I'm not going to take the Vice-Chancellor's time. I would want him to have all the time. So what will you need? Because we know what it takes, right? What will you need? We already know that you've got the potential. That's why we've selected you. And if you're an orange carpet student like you all are, we know that with even more certainty because of the performance that you've given us. You've given us a proven track record. Hopefully, by the time you come, you're going to have the right intentions. And that is to please have fun while you're here, but also to make sure that you succeed in your academics, because that's obviously why you're here. You need the right vision. Why? Why do you want this? Where does this fit into your own future? How do you see yourself? You will be part of the top 17% of our country's young people if you make it into university. Our current participation rate in higher education in this country is between 17 and 18%. What does that mean? It means if you want to go to university and you get a space, anywhere, including UNISA, you are part of the top 17 to 18% of our country's young people. When I said you made the national team, I wasn't kidding. As a matter of fact, all of you will definitely be in the top 5% of our country's young people, academically speaking. What you've done, what you've shown us in terms of potential is amazing. It's wonderful. We want to see that come to fruition. That's what we all want to see. But it's crucial for you to understand that only having good intentions, only having good plans won't be enough. And I need to say something more about that. Because many people like yourselves, many people who were part of an orange carpet campaign somewhere in South Africa still didn't make it last year. Okay, and let me illustrate that. And I know those are too small, so you won't be able to read them, but I wanted to show you this. These are Department of Higher Education and Training studies. If we look across our country in all contact universities, how are students doing? And we could only track this report was released this year, we could only track it to 2015. Okay? And I'm only showing you 3-year diplomas and 3-year degrees. Obviously, there are 4-year qualifications, etc. as well. Have a look at this. Do you know what students call finishing a 3-year degree in 3 years? Do you know what they call finishing a 3-year diploma in 3 years? Record time. Okay? Seriously? That's the term our students use for it. They call it record time. Okay? Now, for us as academics, it's not any sort of a record. It's just the basic time in which you're supposed to finish your qualification. If we look across the country and we ask in a 3-year diploma, how many students, what proportion of students are finishing their qualifications in 3 years? Diplomas were sitting on 26.2% for the 2015 cohort. A quarter of students entering the universities across our country finished a 3-year diploma in 3 years. If we look at 3-year degrees in contact universities, oopsie, sorry about that. Let me just go back to where I need to be. Apologies. If we look at 3-year degrees, that was in 31.9% for the 2015 cohort, a third of students. So it's very important. I think some people think universities don't want students to finish in minimum time, or they don't want them to finish at all, which is completely a myth. We do. But if you expect us to make it easier for you to pass in that amount of time, then you're completely wrong, right? And that's why I'm talking of taking the step up. So let me finish this. Can this happen to you? I think it's crucial to know that it can. I've got 3 slides left. I think it's crucial, ladies and gents, that you walk into this with your eyes wide open. If you're in grade 12 now and you're coming to this university, please come. Please come prepared. Please come mentally prepared. Because it can happen to you, but you can stop it from happening to you. So what do you need to do? If I had to ask you that question, what is needed? If it's not just potential, a proven track record, intelligence, and stuff like that, what is necessary? What would you say is necessary? I want you to take 1 second and just answer that question for yourself before I give you my view. I wish I had time to ask you for what you thought. Okay? Because I often hear words like perseverance and hard work and stuff like that. Now, you don't need perseverance to eat ice cream, right? Okay? Who needs perseverance to eat ice cream? Not me. When you do difficult things. So let me give you, from my 15 years experience, just a few quick tips. The first thing you must know is that your study methods might need to change, almost certainly will have to change when you come to university. The second thing I want to say is you must attend your classes. Who do you think sets your paper? Right? It's that academic standing in that class. And I want to encourage you to attend your classes. Take responsibility. And I'll say something more about that in my last slide. This is your chance to make it happen. Responsibility means you take ownership of what you do. Work harder than ever before. Ask for help. We take 10,000 first years. You might be used to the fact that when you're in academic trouble, somebody will notice you there at the back and they'll reach out to you. But if you think it's going to happen in a class of 700, you're almost certainly wrong. You're going to have to ask for help, and then very importantly, do so earlier rather than later. The only resource in this country and in this world that is spread 100% equally amongst all its people is time. All other resources are unequally distributed. But time is equally distributed. And in my experience, the way you use your time will determine whether you succeed or not. Okay, and that does not mean you must spend so much time in the library studying that they name a floor after you when you leave. Not at all. It does, however, mean that you prioritize your studies so that you are sure to pass. Last 2 slides. When you come for your first year experience, okay, that quote to me is really important, and I'm going to give you my last quote, and then I'm going to leave you to the Vice Chancellor. I heard this quote once, and it immediately made me think of my students that I work with on a regular basis. The quote actually says, as the whole quote, the chief cause of unhappiness in our world today is people giving up what they really want for what they want now. My advice to you would be as a student, don't give up what you really want for what you want now. This qualification will change your life. And if you use it right, it can change the world, right? And therefore, don't give up what you really want for what you want in that moment. My last slide is also a quote. It's actually a quote from a male character in a cowboy writer's book. Can you believe it? Not highfalutin, academic writing. It's Louis L'Amour who wrote a book that is not a cowboy book. The book is in the Middle Ages about a character whose parents die right in the beginning of the book, who comes from absolute poverty. And then he has this adventure. Actually, his dad is still alive, and he goes and finds his dad. It's about a male character. But in honor of Women's Month, I've changed it to a female character because I think often we don't say this enough to everybody. So this could be true for a male or a female. About a third into the book, this character reflects on the little part of his life that has now passed, and he says the following. I'm just going to read it. I know you can read, but I think I want to read it to you and then say one thing, and then I'm going to leave. Up to a point, a woman's life is shaped by the environment, heredity, and the movements and changes in the world about her. Then there comes a day when it lies within her grasp to shape the clay of her life into the sort of thing she wishes it to be. Only the weak blame parents, their race, their times, their lack of good fortune or quirks of fate. Everyone has it within their power to say, this I am today, that I shall be tomorrow. This wish, however, must be implemented by deeds. Matrix, I have no doubt that this is that moment for you. Use it. Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Would like to thank Dr. Pansel for such inspiring words, and Matrix grade 12's top learners. I hope that will sink in, if not today, at least in the next coming hours, and let it be a motto going forward. And then we spoke about the quickest fingers. I'm going to put up the next question for you, please. Just to remind you, the number 082 886. You've got the number, right? I'm not going to confuse you. And drum rolls, please. There we go. That's your question. Sorry. You know the drill. Hello. All right. Someone is receiving a phone call. How are you? Are you well? Okay. Do you mind come joining us, please? Can you all please congratulate her? Thank you very much. And yes, the correct answer was 42. All right. And this is the moment that I normally look forward to, having our VC address not only just me, but the rest of our visitors. Can we please welcome Professor Marwala?
Sanwanan. Goeienaand.
Nant.
Goeienaand. Good evening. Thank you very much for coming to this evening. You know, I was thinking about what I am going to say. Then I realized that everybody who has come before me has said all the things that I wanted to say. So my work is actually going to be quite simple. So, but I did prepare a speech. I'm just going to try to get it here. I'm reminded of what one United States president once said. Fear nothing but fear itself. So as you come to university, and Dr. Van Zyl has explained it as it is, my word of advice is that you should fear nothing but fear itself. But you should not hope that you will just succeed. You will have to work hard. Nothing comes without working hard. So I would also like to thank members of the senior leadership of the University of Johannesburg, MC Lisigo, You have done You see, English is my English is my 11th language. You have done excellently. And also, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our grade 12 learners who have done very well. Let us give them a round of applause. And whenever young people are doing well, parents are always actively involved. It's really an exception rather than a rule that a young person will do well without the assistance of parents. I think let's give parents a round of applause. So, for the grade 12 learners, I'm going to ask you a question which I would like you to answer very, very quickly. What is 2 plus 3? What is 95 times 78? Does anybody know? Now, I guess what I'm trying to say is that there is a book that I wrote, that I read, that was written by Kahneman. It's called Thinking Fast and Slow. So when I said 2 plus 3, you answered me very, very quickly. When I said 95 times 78, none of you could give me an answer. You were not fast. You couldn't do it without a calculator, isn't it? So what Kahneman, and he did win a Nobel Prize for this, was trying to say is that human beings have two systems in their brains in which they think. The first one is called System 1. It is fast and it is reactive. So when I say 2 plus 3, you were fast and reactive. And then the second system, which is called System 2, is slow and reflective. When I said 95 times 78, you reflected and you reflected, but you never gave me the answer. And then now, grade 12, now you have to choose your careers. Which system should you use? System 1 or System 2? You are very, very smart. No wonder you are here. You are very, very smart. By the way, this is what won Daniel Kahneman a Nobel Prize in economics. So as you choose your career, you must be reflective. And there are many attributes that you will have to consider when you choose what you want to do. The first attribute is that you should be passionate about what you want to do. Because passion is a necessary condition for success. If you are not passionate and you are bored in your classrooms, you are not going to succeed. The second thing that is very, very important as you come to university to study, you should be open-minded. What we are trying to do here at the University of Johannesburg is to open the curricula, because we understand that many of you, all of you, will have multiple careers in your lives. You know, when I was your age, exactly 30 years ago, I saw a young woman, Ashley, brought a daughter here whom I saw when she was, I think she was 1 year old. And now she's in grade 12. So 30 years ago, more than 12 years before you were born, as I was reflecting what to study, I thought I wanted to be a mechanical engineer. That's what I really thought I was passionate about, mechanical engineering. I did go and study mechanical engineering. I did complete, by the way, with distinction, But I don't do mechanical engineering at all. But in whatever you study, and this is what we are trying to do here at the University of Johannesburg, broadening the curriculum, we give you all the tools that you require in order to succeed in any discipline that you are going to pursue. And it probably will not be exactly the course that you studied. Very, very important. Some of the exciting courses that we are doing here at the University of Johannesburg. I've been a vice chancellor for 1.5 years. And I was a deputy vice chancellor for 4 years. And I was a dean of engineering for another 4 years. So I know quite a bit about the University of Johannesburg. So the University of Johannesburg produces more research than the University of Cape Town. I can see Kinta is very excited about this. And it is ranked higher than the University of Pretoria. And there are many things that we have done that makes us stand out when we compare ourselves to other universities. The first thing that we have done is to have a purpose. We always say that the University of Johannesburg is the university of the Fourth Industrial Revolution. And the Fourth Industrial Revolution is an era where human beings and machines are becoming inseparable. I'm told that one of the most effective ways of torturing people is to take away their phones for 3 hours. If you take away their phones for 3 hours, the nature of the brain activity is not good. It's almost like a sick person. So human beings will not be able to work without machines. And this has all sorts of implications on what we teach and how we teach. For example, if you are doing psychology, Professor Van Zyl, during my time, which is when I was an undergraduate student in 1991, it's almost 28 years ago, you will only study about human beings. But a psychologist of today has to understand a human being, a human-machine system. Because human beings are no longer alone. They are forever accompanied by machines. When you study political science, it's no longer about social sciences only. You have to know about technology. Because artificial intelligence is able to understand complex political phenomena better than human beings. So we have to understand both. In Britain, and I did study a PhD in artificial intelligence. I studied a PhD in artificial intelligence at the University of Cambridge. And one of the courses that was very popular at that time, which many people suspect is responsible for Brexit, was a course called BA in Politics, Economics, and PEE. Politics, PPE, Politics, Philosophy, and Economics. And many of the British politicians, if you look at many of the British prime ministers, they have studied this PPE, Politics, Philosophy, and Economics. And they normally go to University of Oxford to study this thing. But now the world has changed. I don't think the sort of people that we require to be leaders must study philosophy, politics, and economics. We think they should study politics, economics, and technology. And I'm quite excited that the University of Johannesburg is the only university in the world where you can do a BA in politics, economics, and technology. I think you can give us a round of applause. So, what we are trying to do is to make the educational experience exciting and multidisciplinary. Is to make it as diverse as possible. About 1991, when I arrived almost the same age as you were at university, that transition, Dr. Van Zyl, was actually quite hectic because I had to tackle the issue of homesickness because I was an undergraduate student in Cleveland, Ohio, in the United States, and the curricula required us as mechanical engineers to take 12 human and social sciences. And I took 2 psychology classes. I thought I was going to take 6 because out of those 12, 6 of them must be in one discipline. But I just did not like those multiple choice exams. But one thing that I learned, which I never thought I was going to learn it in engineering, was something called reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is a big concept in artificial intelligence. In fact, the program that defeated the best Chinese chess called Go player, which was designed by Google, actually uses reinforcement learning. So I learned about reinforcement learning in psychology class. They have a famous experiment called, it was done by a Russian person called Pavlov. So Pavlov used to experiment with his dogs. He would ring a bell and feed his dogs. Ring a bell and feed his dogs. And after a few months, every time he rang a bell, then the dogs will start salivating. And the reason for that was because the dogs have been conditioned to expect to eat every time they hear a ringing of a bell. And of course, that was how he crafted the theory of reinforcement learning. Very, very important. One concept from psychology becoming very, very important in engineering and computer science. Do you believe that anybody who had not studied psychology would be able to migrate that knowledge from psychology to computer science? No. So multidisciplinarity is very, very important. And the other course that I took, which I really enjoyed, I took 3 courses in acting. I took acting 1. I even participated in a play, My Children, My Africa. And I took the character of Tami Mbikwana. And everybody obviously had an American accent around me, you know. I probably was the one who could at least fake a closer accent. So that Very, very important. So the reason why you don't see me in C7 Dilan has nothing to do with this. I guess what I'm trying to say is that knowledge is becoming multidisciplinary. When Google is doing Google Maps, they have to understand language. When Siri is being designed, it's no longer about a computer program. It's about understanding computer programming and linguistics. What is the structure of a language? What is the texture of the language? What is a syntax? All those things become very, very important. And unless you broaden your mind as you come to university and you get skills that are just beyond the narrow field that you choose, then you are going to struggle in the fourth industrial revolution. So the University of Johannesburg is such a university that is doing these things. We also believe that for people to succeed in the fourth industrial revolution, they will have to tackle the problems around them. They will have to tackle the problems that they experience. If Google Maps is not able to pronounce our street names well, it is going to be your responsibility to create your own device that will be able to pronounce our names well, our street names well. Very, very important. And one of the projects that we have initiated is we take our student by bus, and the first bus is going to go to Namibia. And in this trip, each of the students is expected to come up with one idea that we can be able to patent when they arrive in Namibia. It's called Innovation by Bus. And what we want to do is to make sure that you look around and you see things. Just to give you an example, we had a student here who studied engineering called Sibusiso Bakana. So Sibusiso, after finishing his undergrad, he went and did his master's. After finishing his master's, he went to the University of Beijing in China to do a PhD in artificial intelligence. And his topic is he places a camera in a game farm where you have rhinos, and then you study the picture. A piece of software, artificial intelligence software, studies the picture of what is happening in the farm, and based on the behavior of rhinos, he is able to detect that there is an intruder in the park. Okay, an intruder probably means a poacher, isn't it? Very simple, and when you think about it, it's a complex problem because, the machine is supposed to understand animal behavior, which will change if the environment changes. If all of a sudden there is a presence of 3 people inside the park, the behavior starts changing, and you can be able to observe it, and the computer is able to do that. So we want people to really embed themselves on the problems that are around them. I know I have spoken more than I was supposed to speak. I was only allocated a few minutes to speak. But I wish you all the best. It's an exciting period. You are at the cusp of a societal revolution, technological revolution, social revolution, where the means and the ways of production are going to change in your lifetime, and you will have to choose whether you want to be participants of that revolution or you want to be spectators. You will have to choose whether you are going to create the technologies that are going to revolutionize society, or you are going to be consumers of that technology. So it is very, very important that you make the right choice. The choice that you make is what you're going to study and where you're going to study. And once you make that choice, if you put your mind to it and you do not fear anything but fear itself, you actually will succeed. And we'll be reading about you and we'll be seeing you doing fantastic things, not only for yourself, but for society. Thank you very much, Baya Danke.
Thank you very much, Professor Marwala. Very inspiring, and that should tell you what the direction that the university is about to embark on. So please come and join us. Then I spoke about our fingers also being quick. We're going to pick, let me see. We're going to pick two winners, and here's your question. No, don't point at him. We're going to pick the first two answers. There is one there. There's one there. Right. The first person is being phoned. Is that you? Okay. And then please phone the next number. Oh, somebody's excited. Thank you very much. And ladies and gents, please give me just 2 minutes, and then we are going to be closing the evening. So I just need you to please pay attention to this information that I'm about to share with you. Earlier on, we spoke about orange carpet. And the brochures that you have has all this information. It's very important that, I know already grade 11 is long gone. You are in grade 12, you've got a few weeks, and then you write your final exams and party time, meaning coming to UJ and joining this great institution, right? But what is important is you really need to maintain, or better, the marks that got you here. And Dr. Van Sels earlier on spoke about the number of seats that we have at the institution versus the number of applicants that we get. And as he put it, you will become a national team player. And not everybody can make the cut. And that's why it's very important that we get and meet those requirements. And those of us that have not applied, and I know it's a very silly thing to say, those that have not applied, UJ online applications free of charge. I love free things, and I know some of you, you've got the same DNA as me. So let's take advantage of free application. Once again, that's the scale. And let's push it. I think Prof. Marwala and the management of the university would like to give that 5,000 extra. Please. And this is not about 5 getting it. We're saying if this whole group gets straight level 7s, that's guaranteed. So that's the challenge to you. Please join us with that. And with that, we say thank you for attending the evening. Yes, UJ does rock, but we would love you to come and add on and be part of the slogan as well. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And just before you leave, as per tradition, we're going to allow Prof. Marwala and our executive to lead our way out. And once they're all out, please join us at the gazebos and you can ask more questions. I thank you. Enjoy your evening. Drive safely.